Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the Algebra 1 concept of determining slope. This is standard A.3a in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 1 of the 2019 released STAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So, what is the slope of this graph? And we've got this simple equation here. I'll write it a little bit larger so we can label it. Right? Y equals 12x minus 19. And if we look at our answer selections, right, I can already see two of our answers immediately, right? So, if I want to write 12, I've got that right there. If I want negative 19, I've got that right there. So right now, this particular equation is in what we call the slope-intercept form because you're solving for y. Now look at B and C, right? What if we didn't want to necessarily solve for y, right? So this is, we'll label this as our slope-intercept. We'll come back to that in a moment. So there's also a standard form, right? So if we are looking for a standard form of a linear equation, right, that's the ax plus by equals c. So what you need is your a and your x over on the left side, and then any constants over on the right side, right? So if I were to take this, I would say y equals 12x minus 19. I want to move that 12x over to the left, so I'll do that. So minus 12x plus y equals negative 19. Typically, we don't like the coefficient for x to either be a fraction or negative. So if we just multiplied the whole thing times negative 1 on both sides, you could just flip that, right? So 12x minus y equals 19. Yeah, but that doesn't really get us any closer. We still have the 12. Now we just have a positive 19, so that really doesn't help us. So I don't really think the standard form is really what we're wanting to do. So we notice that the slope-intercept form here has solved for y. What happens if we solve for x? Right. So let me see if I do y equals 12x minus 19. I want to solve for x. So let me get 19. Over on the other side, I'm just going to keep my system of equations. I'm going to add 19 to both sides. So now I've got y plus 19 equals 12x. And if I divide both sides by 12, that's going to get rid of that. I can end up distributing this out, right? So it's going to end up being x equals y over 12 plus 19 over 12. All right, so I can at least get my 19 over 12. Not really sure how I would get this negative 12 over 19. I mean, we could do that if we wanted to do this, right? Y equals 12x minus 19. If I wanted to divide both sides by 19, you would get y over negative 19 equals, there's your negative 12 over 19x, and that would be a plus 1. No idea why I would want to do that, though. So it is possible to get that, but this, what is this? That's just weird. We're making this too difficult. Let's go back to the slope-intercept form. What do we know about this? That's y equals mx plus b. Okay, so my negative 19 is my b. Remember, that's our y-intercept. We've been dealing with that since the 7th grade. What is this 12? What is this coefficient in front of the x? That's my m. Guys, that's the slope. That's why it's called the slope-intercept, because it's got the slope and the y-intercept. The slope is sitting right in front of us. Nothing needs to change. The slope right here is 12. D.